I told you the tech news would be back, and in greater numbers.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
This week, rumors proliferated that Sega would be launching a new console soon, which is weird, because they haven't done that since 2005, when they released the Advanced Picobina in Japan. Still one of my favorites. The rumor mill got kicked into overdrive when some genius speculated that this console launch would actually be a separate release of the Xbox Series X for Japan, where it would be branded as the Sega Series X. Yeah, that obviously wasn't real, and it was very stupid. And so today we found out what the console actually is. It's a Game Gear Micro. And Sega isn't kidding when they say micro. The thing's got a 1.15 inch screen. The Game Gear Micro is actually 4 $50 consoles, each a different color with a different selection of 4 Game Gear games. But if you buy all 4 of them, you get a big magnifying glass accessory, so you don't have to ask yourself if this handheld console is actually made for ants. I'm disappointed. I wish it had actually been playable. I loved my Game Gear games. Leaks posted on XDA developers have given us a pretty good look at the device that Google is reportedly making to replace the Chromecast Ultra. Its codename is Sabrina, and it comes in not pink, and it will run full Android TV rather than whatever Chromecast Ultras run now. If the leaks are accurate, Sabrina could come with a new Android TV UI that can be navigated with the included remote control, featuring what looks like an iPod-style scroll wheel and a star button. You just press that one for fun. It doesn't actually do anything. It's unclear when the device will launch, as every event scheduled during this insane year has been either delayed or canceled at least once, so you're just gonna have to keep clenching your buttholes for now and wait for news to come out. And contact tracing apps have been rolling out across Europe, both with and without the API developed by Apple and Google, the pairing of which I will henceforth refer to as Goople. France's Stop COVID app, which started development before the Google API and therefore uses its own proprietary tech, launched yesterday, and the country says that downloading the app is voluntary, but a recent poll said that less than half of the population is interested in participating. Italy, meanwhile, launched their Immuni app, which does use Google's contact tracing API, joining the Swiss Google-powered app SwissCovid, which is still in beta. It is hoped that if enough people participate in contact tracing, we're gonna find all those contracts, contact tracing, the spread of COVID-19 could be quickly controlled, which will be especially important if and when we see a second wave of outbreaks. Sure, you might be giving Google even more personally identifying information, but they probably already know you better than you know yourself anyway, so if you ever feel alone, you know Google is in there.
Google loves you.
Now it's time for the Crickety Splits, brought to you by Brilliant. Whether you're a student looking to get ahead, a professional brushing up on cutting-edge topics, or some other category of potentially really smart person, you should check out Brilliant's thought-provoking math, science, and computer science content. They help guide you to mastery by breaking complex concepts into bite-sized chunks. Why don't you check out the Mathematical Fundamentals course, which introduces the foundational ideas of number theory, logic, and algebra through creative challenges. The first 200 of you who head to brilliant.org/techlinked are gonna get 20% off their annual premium subscription, so check out that link, it's down below. If your mobile carrier is AT&T, you may find that streaming on the recently launched HBO Max app doesn't count against your data cap, which seems so weird. Until you remember that AT&T owns HBO. This kind of anti-competitive behavior was supposed to be prevented by net neutrality laws back when the US had those. Although, I mean, it's not like I necessarily feel bad for Netflix here either.
No, not Netflix.
Poor Netflix.
They need our help.
The BBC has released their voice assistant named Beeb in beta. You can ask Beeb to access BBC Radio, BBC Music, podcasts, news, and weather, and it will respond in a perfectly friendly Northern English accent. Not sure whether you also have to use an accent.
Do it. You can do it.
All right, then, play us a film then. And Google has pulled an app from the Google Play Store that was explicitly designed to remove apps developed by Chinese companies from a user's phone. The app, sensibly named Remove China Apps, was developed by Indian firm One Touch App Labs and is part of a growing anti-China sentiment in the country due to the Himalayan border dispute. I guess the question of who removes the app removers has been answered now then. It's Google.
But who removes Google?
Google? Ubisoft came under fire this week for suggesting that the pricing scheme for Trackmania Nations, which involves paying an annual fee to access the game, was not a subscription, despite it clearly being a subscription. The game developer finally admitted that, well, okay, yes, the game is subscription-based, but also that that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that we keep getting money.
Right.
Don't you understand?
Oh, that's fine.
You idiot. And researchers at West Virginia's Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute say that wearing wearable smart rings like the Aura can detect COVID-19 related symptoms up to 3 days earlier than other methods with over 90% accuracy. The other 10% of people really gotta watch out though, you know? Like, hey, the ring said I'm good.
Oh no.
And that's enough of that. This episode's over. Come back on Friday for more tech news. I have a feeling it will be a great disturbance in the force. Blah, blah, blah. That's more Dracula than Obi-Wan, but that's okay. We try very hard around here.